Hello students, this is a Get to Know Arsenault video. I'm making this April 2025. It's spring break. I'm a professor here at SDSU. You probably figured that out by now. This is a video so that you can get to know me. And I'll be using this video for a while. I don't know how many semesters, but I might look a little different. Anyway, April 2025. Valley of the Gods is a place near Monument Valley. Came up here for a road trip. But okay, to get to know me. I've been teaching at San Diego State for a while. I started in 2007. Was this 18 years? Something like that, 17, 18 years. I study history of radio. I'm a big radio guy, really into radio. I also edit an academic journal, Journal of Radio and Audio Media. Before I became a professor, I worked professionally, built websites, worked for American Idol, worked for ABC and CBS and Fox briefly. That's when I did American Idol. Worked also news, but mainly entertainment, early web stuff. King of Queens, Everybody Loves Raymond, Touched by an Angel, that kind of stuff. Anyway, that was my professional career a long time ago. My last name was Arsenault, from Louisiana. It's a hat from Lafayette, Louisiana. My name is spelled Arceneaux, Arceneaux. Cajun French, not just French, Cajun French from Louisiana. Arsenault family has been in Louisiana for hundreds of years. My mom's Richard, also been in Louisiana for hundreds of years. Anyway, so if you spell my name, spell it correctly when you email me and you want to ask for some forgiveness, something like that. Okay, so anyway, I've been teaching here for 18 years. I'm Cajun. Radio. I've done projects in India, lived in India for a while, did a project in England, early Marconi stuff. I collect comic books, old comic books, Daredevil comic books, foreign language comic books, really into Star Wars. And anyway, that's enough about me. When I'm married, my wife is a filmmaker, Pakistani filmmaker, Sanan Keshki. Did a couple of projects. Our last big one was a Muslim matchmaker on Hulu. My son, who's right now, as of this recording, a student at San Diego State, Imran Arsenault. And until last November, I lived with my mother-in-law, Nano, we called her. She passed away, still kind of grieving with that. Anyway, so that's me. You get to know me, a little bit about my professional background, spell my name correctly, and there'll be another video that goes along with this that explains the class specifically. This is just to get to know me, so you know who I am and where I'm coming from. Okay, this is the syllabus quiz portion of the video. Okay, this is the syllabus quiz portion of the video. Yesterday, yeah, I'm wearing the same clothes. I know. Lo siento, mafkoro. I'm wearing the same clothes. This is the syllabus quiz for JMS 200 for this semester. Syllabus quiz for JMS 200 for this semester. Okay. Before we start going over the syllabus in detail, let me just explain to you what the class is. JMS 200, Introduction to Contemporary Media, is, as the title suggests, a broad-based overview of the media industries. And I use media industries as a plural. There was no such thing as the media. There was also no such thing as the military or the government. All these institutions are comprised of many different smaller institutions and comprised of many different individuals. So it's not correct to talk about the media as if it's one monolithic organization. Okay, so we talk about the media industries as a plural. In this class, we cover what might be called the legacy media industries: radio, television, film, newspapers, magazines. I also cover video games, music industry, and I don't go too far into social media. There's another class, JMS 210. Many of y'all are probably taking that at the same time. JMS 210 covers social media more in depth. All right, so that's what we cover. And what's the purpose of this? Well, if you want to major in the School of Journalism and Media Studies, that's journalism, advertising, public relations, or media studies. If you want one of those majors, this is a required class. So why are you taking it? You're taking it because it's a required class, and you'll need it to advance to other upper division classes. However, many of y'all are not JMS majors or JMS pre-majors. Maybe you're an exchange student from another country, or maybe you're a senior who just needs to fill out your units, and this seemed like an interesting class, and it's a GE class. For the students who aren't JMS majors or JMS pre-majors, the information in the class, I think, is tremendously valuable because I want you to be media literate and media savvy individuals, right? If you graduate with a college degree, and inshallah, all of you will graduate with a college degree, I think most of y'all will, You want to be educated, right? And when you go to vote for the next president or senator or governor, you should be able to make up an educated opinion and not just believe whatever some cable channel has told you or what you saw in some meme. You should be able to evaluate information for yourself. And if you understand how the media industries operate, you understand some of the messages that are in the media much better. Okay, so if you understand how the sausage is made, then you may have a better appreciation for the sausage. Or maybe you won't eat sausage anymore at all. I don't know. But there's more information in the syllabus if you want to read the syllabus as well. Okay, let me share my screen. Let me go over the important stuff that I think y'all are really, really waiting for. First up is the way to email me. How to email me? Email me through Canvas inbox. I repeat, how does Professor Arsenault want to be contacted? He wants an email through Canvas inbox. The reason I do that is because I have hundreds of students, literally hundreds. There's a few hundred students in this class, okay? And I also do other things, and I'll see an email. I'll mean to respond. I sit down at night, try to respond. Oh, there was an important email from little Jimmy, and then I can't find Jimmy's email. And then because there's a flood of other emails me. But in Canvas, keeps it organized for me. I can go to Canvas, click JMS 200, and then I see any student who's emailed me, and there's the question right there. So please, whether your name is Jimmy or not, maybe your name is Natasha, whatever your name might be, please email me through Canvas inbox. And as always, spell my name correctly. When do we meet? We meet Tuesdays, 12:30 on Zoom. The Zoom link is on Canvas. We meet Tuesday, 12:30 on Zoom, Zoom link on Canvas. I don't take attendance. Yes, your professor actually said those words. I do not take attendance. There is no participation points. You can come to the Zoom if you want. If you don't want to come to the Zoom, it's recorded and posted later in the day. Maybe you got childcare. Maybe you got a job. Maybe your car broke down. Whatever. Maybe you're not feeling well. The class is recorded on video, posted on Canvas later, same day, inshallah, same day. You can watch it later. There's no meeting at all on Thursday. No meeting. We don't do meet on Thursday. No meeting. No Zoom, no live, no meeting Thursday. But everything is due on Thursday, okay? Thursday at 11:59 p.m. That is the due date, okay? Yes, you heard that correct. Attendance is optional. Come to the Zoom if you want. I try to make it fun. I try to make it interesting, but I know people have issues, so I record it and post it later. This is what you really want to know. I mean, this is really what you really want to know. Quizzes are worth 50% of the grade. The syllabus lecture quiz, syllabus quiz, whatever we're calling this, is not part of that. The other 5 quizzes, there's 5 quizzes. The other quizzes comprised take up 50% of the grade. Lowest quiz grade is dropped, okay? With the exception of this. This is not really a quiz. This is just an assignment to get you to go over the syllabus. But for the other quizzes, the lowest one is dropped. Yeah, right there. See, video lectures are worth 30%. You do get points for answering questions. And by now, I think you've already seen one question. So if you've never used this tool, it's called Play Pause It. That's what I'm using. It's called Play Pause It. Watch the videos. They stop periodically. You answer a question. They're very simple. They're really simple just to make sure you're paying attention and you didn't put on the video and then go off to have dinner with your boyfriend. I actually want you to watch the video lecture, 30%. Pack back assignments, that is the discussion board. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. That is a mandatory discussion board worth 15% of the grade. Now we have 2 supplemental assignments. I'm going to spend an inordinate amount of time discussing the supplemental assignments in relation to how much they're actually worth. They're not worth a tremendous part of your grade, but I do need you to do them and I do want you to do them. And I'll go over those here. I'm just putting them right here. SONA, that's explained in the syllabus. And then there's the JMS assessment survey. Okay, I'm going to go over the stuff, but just wanted to give you, an overview. 50% of the grades from quizzes, 30% from video lectures, 15% from the discussion board, and 5% from the supplemental assignments. Is there extra credit? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of extra credit. Why should you get points for doing something extra when you didn't do what you were supposed to do anyway? There might be some extra credit, but I'm not really a fan of extra credit. Okay. Here's the textbook, Mediated World, 2nd edition. This is the 2nd edition of the Mediated World. If you are in this program called Day One Ready, which I think most of y'all are, you're going to get the textbook automatically online. It's going to see it. I think it's linked from Canvas. If you don't want to be in Day One Ready, maybe you think you can save money. I don't care where you get it. I don't make money off of this. find a PDF. I don't care where you get it. Okay. We've taught this textbook a couple times, so maybe there's used copies floating around, maybe even in your sorority house or fraternity house or whatever. Just, I don't care where you get it, just get it. But you're probably going to show up for you online already. Okay, now the video lectures. Hopefully, there's words at the bottom of the screen. Inshallah, there's words at the bottom of the screen because I try and make the class as understandable and as accessible as possible for everyone. And I like watching TV shows and movies with the subtitles on. I really do. Maybe because I'm older, maybe I'm watching a British drama, and some of those accents can be a wee bit hard to understand. You know what I mean, now, mate? Some of those accents can be hard to understand. I find it helpful. So if you don't like the words on the bottom of the screen, you should be able to find this little CC button. That's the image you're looking at. Find that little CC button in the bottom corner. Click that. It should make the words go away, or it should bring the words up. Sometimes there's technical issues. Sometimes it doesn't work, but I try to make it as accessible to everyone as much as possible, the video lectures. And look, I even give you the lecture notes. Okay. The lecture notes are posted on Canvas. This is a Word document for all the video lectures. It has bullet points, the information you need. Most of the information you need for the quiz is going to be on this thing. Most of the information for the quiz is on the lecture notes I've already given you. If you want to take my cryptic lecture notes and add other stuff onto it, that was a great idea. That's a really good idea. I would recommend doing that. And if you want to download the lecture notes in some other format, you can even download it as an MP3, and there's like a robot voice that reads it to you. I don't know if anyone does this, but just letting you know that I try to make the lecture notes as accessible as possible. Okay, the quizzes. There's 20 questions, multiple choice questions based on the textbook. There's going to be some questions on every quiz that are in the textbook and not in the video lecture. Most of the questions come from the video lecture. And I also, those live Zoom that I mentioned earlier, the live Zoom discussions that we do Tuesdays at 12:30, I go over some current events. Those are also good candidates of topics that might show up on the quiz. So I want you to come to the live Zoom or watch the video recording later, Okay. Lowest grade dropped. I already said that. The quizzes are timed. You have 30 minutes to complete. Once you open it up, you have 30 minutes to do it. You can't pause it and come back to it. Just open it up, do it all at once. They're easy. Most people don't take 30 minutes. You can do it in 10, 15, 20 minutes, I would think. The quiz is going to be open 12:01 a.m. That's early in the morning or late Wednesday night, depending on your time frame. Early Thursday morning, it's open, and it stays open all day Thursday to 11:59. Okay, it stays open to 11:59, basically midnight. So you have almost a complete 24 hours to complete the quiz. Okay, and you can do it on your phone. So if you're traveling, you can do it from wherever you are. If you're traveling and you miss a quiz, well, then you missed the quiz. Don't miss any other quizzes. Okay. I do not like to give quizzes on alternate days. I don't give them early. I don't give them late. And I don't let you redo them if you messed up very badly. Okay. So just pay attention, put these in your schedule. All the dates for the quizzes are in the syllabus, so you should know when they're going to happen. They happen on Thursdays, and there's 5 of them. And I think the way to say all day long or something in French is toute les journées. Toute means all or everything. Les journées of the day. Toutes les journées, you know? The quiz is open toutes les journées. I don't know why. I just put French in there. Okay, all right, now just this I have to explain, okay? It's going to be confusing and people are going to feel the need to cheat. Don't cheat. I don't want you to cheat. Okay. The JMS assessment survey, the purpose of the JMS assessment survey is we in the School of Journalism and Media Studies are constantly revising our curriculum. We're constantly revising our curriculum, okay? And here's what I'm going to do right here. We're constantly revising our curriculum, and we need to know if the things that we think we're teaching are actually getting into the minds of the students that we're teaching. So we have lower division students. Most of y'all are lower division, or you're not a JMS major. We know that. We want people who are novices, newbies, younger students. Take the quiz. That's really what it is. It's like a quiz. And then when people are graduating, they do the quiz again, and then we can compare the results to see, are people actually learning the information that we're teaching? And if there's a gap or a low point or something, we need to revise our curriculum to do better. Okay. It's not a perfect system, but it is some way that we are constantly and always trying to improve our curriculum. The point of me telling you this is that there's no point in cheating. It defeats the purpose of the assessment if you cheat, if you open book, if you dare to use Google Gemini, whatever, don't do it. Just answer to the best of your knowledge. Even if you bomb it and got every single thing wrong, that's fine. You get points for doing it. You get points for doing the assessment survey. I repeat, you get points for doing the assessment survey. Your grade is irrelevant. It doesn't matter if you miss all of them or get them all correct. Okay. The link that I think, if the link is not already on Canvas, it'll be coming to Canvas soon, inshallah. My wife's Pakistani. She says inshallah all the time. It means, you hope something happens in the future. So inshallah, the link will be there or be there soon. You're going to see some different options. If you're an advertising major, click this. If you're interested in journalism, click this. If you're not anything to do with JMS, click any link, any one link. Just have to do one. Just do it. Okay. That's all you have to do. All right. And now I'm going to go back to sharing my screen. All right. Pack back with 15% of your grade. This is an important assignment. Please take it seriously. Pack back is a really effective, and I find it to be very, very effective tool. The deadline to do pack back is Thursday, 11:59 p.m. Every week, whenever you have a pack back due, it's due at 11:59 p.m. Okay, that's the deadline for the class. In fact, that's the deadline for everything. I should have mentioned that in relation to the video lectures. The video lectures are due at 11:59 p.m. We meet on Tuesdays. Remember, we don't meet on Thursdays. We meet on Tuesdays. We don't meet on Thursdays, but there's always something due on Thursday. Watch the video lectures and then go to Pack Back. You have to post an original question, a question. You have to post one original question. What do you think of this? What would you do in this type of scenario? That kind of thing. It should be something related to the class, but you could really ask any question you want, but it should be something related to the class. And you have to respond to two of your classmates' questions. Okay. So you ask a question and then you respond to two questions. Everything you post gets what is called a curiosity score. The system is using some simplified version of AI, just being honest, transparent. It's using AI to evaluate your question. If it's a short cryptic, when's the next exam? Are we having class tomorrow? How do you spell Arsino's name? Those are not good questions. They don't inspire discussion. But something that's a little bit longer, maybe you have a citation, 2 or 3 sentences is probably going to get you the curiosity score of 50. And here's the big takeaway. If you don't get the correct curiosity score of 50, you can revise your post until you hit that minimum. So there's no reason anyone should fall short of the points for the discussion board, right? You get points for doing it. Answer a question, respond to 2 other questions, minimum curiosity score of 50. The deadline is always going to be on a Thursday, end of the day, Thursday, 11:59 p.m. And if you tell me I don't have, and the quizzes are also on Thursday. The stuff that's due is on a Thursday. If you say I don't have time on Thursday, that's BS. I know you have time because the class is technically scheduled to meet on Tuesday and Thursday. So if nothing else, I know you have like 12:30 to like 1:45 or something like that, or 1:15. I know you have some block of time on Thursday in your schedule where you're not taking another SDSU class. I know that. So if nothing else, you could do it during that time period, or you could do it first thing in the morning, or you could do it late at night. I wouldn't recommend doing it 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, because that's when the internet goes out. And 11 o'clock Thursday night, that's almost the weekend, right? You might not be in the best frame of mind to be doing academic work Thursday night at 11. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. If you need help, Packback is actually run by a separate company. A separate group runs Packback. There's a help email address. If you have issues, email them. Email them. Okay, don't email me. If you email them about Packback, I'll do my best to keep it organized. Oh, and it's basically free. If you're in day one ready, Packback is free. Let me clarify that. If you're in day one ready, Packback is free. Okay. If you are not in day one ready, which gives you the textbook, and you're going to have to sign up for a subscription to Packback I know, terrible. You know, that's just the way of the world. You're going to have to sign up for one. How do you sign up for a Packback subscription? Just follow the assignment links in Canvas. Do not go to packback.com. Do not go to packback.com. Follow the links that are in Canvas, and everything will be explained, and the world will be much easier. Okay. You're going to get grades in Canvas. It'll show up in Canvas. The points will show up correctly if you click those assignment links. If you find some crazy circuitous workaround to get into Packback and find the JMS 200 Packback community, it's not going to sync with the grades. Okay. So I cannot stress that enough. Just click the links in Canvas. That's all you need to do. And if you don't have Packback because you're not in day one ready, at a certain point, after 2 or 3 weeks, it'll prompt you, say, hey, you need to sign up for a subscription. Hopefully that is clear. Let me go back to this. And now we have SONA. Okay, SONA is another supplemental assignment. You get points for it. It's not due till the end of the semester. SONA is not due till the very end of the semester. Okay, SONA is due at the end of the semester. Okay, and the purpose of SONA is that because we are a large class, a very large class, I think we're probably the single largest class in JMS. JMS 210 is big, but JMS 210 has all our smaller sections. We're the big gorilla section, right, with all the people in it. People used to ask me, hey, Arsino, will you spam your students because I want them to do a survey? I need opinions of students. I need students to participate in my research project. This is a way to organize that so we're not spamming y'all consistently saying, take this, click this, click this. You create an account on SONA. The instructions are in the syllabus. All this is in the syllabus. You create an account on SONA. During the semester, you'll get an email saying there's a research opportunity, like a survey or something. You participate in that, you get a certain amount of SONA credit. At the end of the semester, I get a list of red IDs of everyone who did the SONA, and then you get a certain number of points, and it satisfies that obligation. Okay. So SONA is something to help my colleagues who do the kind of research that requires student participation. And SONA is a way to organize that. It seems confusing, but it's really simple. And then if you're going to take other JMS classes use SONA. And if you do want to major in JMS, I think you should. It's a great major. I think you should major in JMS. If you do want to major in JMS, classes you take later are all going to use SONA. So by, second, third, fourth semester of college, you'll be like, hey, I know this, prof. I got SONA. Okay, so that is SONA. And that's all the information. That's it. Now you've learned something. Now you know how to contact me. Inshallah, you know how to spell my name, Arsino, 9 letters, get them all correct, especially the vowels. You know the grading structure. Maybe you understand Packback. Hopefully you understand Packback. Hopefully you understand SONA. That is it for this video lecture syllabus quiz.